So today we're going to read an article from BuzzFeed. In this particular article, we see that there's an image of
Ben.
a person with a cake. All right, so what is your question? We're looking at the title and you ask about the word gender. So let's take each word individually.
I know the gender
What does
is
gender actually mean? What does it mean?
mean like oh you are a boy or a girl, like sexual
Orientation. Very good.
orientation. Uh-huh.
Good. That's what it means. Gender,
Uh-huh.
and what does reveal?
Reveal is it shows something to somebody.
Very
Or
good. Equal to show. Okay, so we're going to gender reveal to determine if it is a boy or girl.
determine the
Okay, or we could say to decide. So
okay.
here's the thing. When women are pregnant
Uh-huh.
and they go to the hospital,
Yes.
sometimes they do not know what they are going to have, whether they're going to have a boy or whether they're going to have a girl.
Mm.
So when the baby is born, the gender is revealed.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think that this is what this means. Sometimes people love to have parties. And a good
Oh.
example would be if a husband and wife had two children already,
Uh-huh.
and they had a boy and a girl already. And the little boy says, "Mommy, I hope you have another boy. I want a little brother." And
Oh.
the girl says, "Mommy, I hope you have a girl because I want a sister."
Uh-huh.
So the parents will have a party with balloons and cake, but the parents already know what they're going to have. So then they put balloons, blue balloons for boys and pink
Uh-huh.
balloons for girls. And they bring this box of balloons home and they ask the children to beat the box, open up the box, and we'll find out what will be revealed. The gender will
Oh.
be revealed.
Oh. So we didn't have that kind of party, I think. So that's why I didn't
Okay.
know this article. Okay. So
Okay.
now I
This is something that's maybe the last 10 years, this is what people
oh
are doing. It isn't something that we have always done. But that's what
uh-huh.
it means. 13 hilarious gender reveal fails that make you say, sorry, but it's funny.
Uh-huh.
And I guess I haven't read the article, but I would imagine when they did the reveal and
Uh-huh.
then the baby actually came, it
Uh-huh.
probably wasn't what they thought it was going to be.
Uh-huh.
That's what makes it funny.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look and see what we will find out about the pink cake. Let's read the one about the pink cake. Looks like we,
Okay. Okay.
okay. So if you could start to read here, let's start.
Let's start with a sample cake. Disappointment. This dad, who is not expecting twins, cut into his gender reveal cake, only to find out nothing. He knows nothing.
All
So,
right, so here is his gender reveal cake.
uh-huh,
We see pink, which in most cases represents a girl,
girl, uh-huh,
blue, which represents a boy.
uh-huh.
But he doesn't know that his wife, I guess, is expecting twins.
Oh,
So he's looking at this cake thinking, what is this? What does a chocolate cake mean? It should either be pink or blue or pink and blue, not white and chocolate. So
oh,
let's find out what it's chocolate cake was supposed to mean it's a boy, and strawberry cake was supposed to mean it's a girl. That's what it
but
was supposed
but it contains both,
to mean.
so we
Right.
didn't. Okay.
Yeah. Um, another one is, okay, read the second one.
Let's look at one that's not the breaker's fault this time. This time, baby-to-be older brother ruined the surprise.
Okay, let's see, what did he do to ruin the surprise? There's something down there on the ground, but I don't know if that's the surprise. Okay, there's the
Oh, I see. You just say that.
Oh, oh.
So he break that bow before the party. Break that balloon.
Yes, he broke the balloon. Well, she should have known better than to have the kids out there anyway with the balloon. So
Oh, he's playing a sword or something.
yes, he's playing a sword. So what did he have? What did it reveal?
So they have a girl.
That's right. Okay, and the third one?
A piece of gender reveal sounds pretty cool. That's is until you realize the gender of the baby is supposed to be written in the topping. What is topping?
Okay, so they ordered pizza and it was supposed to be you see how they've got the pepperoni?
Uh-huh.
The pepperoni was supposed to determine whether it was a girl or a boy. That's
Okay.
funny. That's funny. Here's one. Number 4.
You can feel the disappointment of the poor mother in this gender reveal. Congrats. It's just confusion.
All right, let's just do one more and then we'll just.
What's the too many colors? But
So they didn't put the card back in there, so we don't even know the dead.
they didn't put it.
Okay,
So the father didn't know yet,
no, the father doesn't know yet.
but
the-
they still host that party.
Well,
So
what happened is that maybe they went to the baby doctor, the gynecologist, and the
uh-huh,
gynecologist sent them a card
uh-huh,
with the gender on it. They took the card to the party shop and asked them to put something together that
uh-huh.
shows what the baby is, but
Oh,
someone doesn't know. So that was.
so
Mhm.
so you can take the card to a shop. So you don't have to open the card first.
Right.
You don't have to read them first. After the shop give you like balloon or something,
Exactly.
then you. Oh, I see.
Exactly. All right. Would you like to do some more, or would you like to read a lesson now?
Okay, we can read the lesson. I think I can read then after the class.
Okay. Breaking.
Breaking news.
Okay, let's go to Breaking News English, and what would be interesting? Astronaut. Let's go with astronauts plug space station hole with finger.
Okay, astronauts.
Mhm.
Uh,
All right, in this mini lesson from Breaking News English, we'll read the article, discuss the article, and talk about the vocabulary. You may start.
Okay, astronaut and cosmonauts on the cosmonauts on the International Space Station have fixed a hole in the shell of the International Space.
Fix a hole in the shell.
In the shell. Fix and hole. Fix
a hole.
Fix a hole in the shell of the International Space Station (ISS). The ISS is a large satellite. Satellite is a large satellite in space. that scientists live in to do experiments. The first part of
Wait,
it,
to do scientific
oh,
experiments.
sorry, I didn't see that. Satellite in space that scientists live in to do scientific exper, exper, experiment,
Experiments.
experiment. The first part of it was put into space in 1998.
Mhm.
Last week, NASA alerted Earth astronauts on the ISS that the station was slowly leaking air. Astronaut Alex, Alexander Grist and five other astronauts started looking for the leak. Mr. Grist eventually found it and quickly used a simple and effective way to stopping the leak.
Not to stopping, but a way of stopping.
Oh, sorry. A simple and effective way of stopping the leak. He put his finger over the hole.
Mhm.
Huh? Oh, luckily, the hole was only 2 millimeters wide, so it was not a major emergency, but it did need fixing. Is that a joke? He put a finger over the hole in a space station.
Mhm.
It didn't sound like a correct way to stop.
I think they just did it. It's a temporary stop.
Not temporary, okay?
Temporary.
The
It's
hole, the hole was in a docked Russian Soyuz MS-09 spacecraft.
Mhm.
NASA said NASA said it could have been caused by a small piece of space junk or a small meteor,
Meteorite.
a
Meteorite.
meteorite colliding colliding
Collide.
with the
Colliding.
collide, colliding with the spacecraft. The ISS travels at speed of around 28,000 kilo per how do we speak kph? Or we just say kph?
Just say kph.
Okay, 28,000 kph.
Because I don't know what the K is, but it's per hour.
Oh, so okay. If, even a tiny object hitting it can cause a lot of damage. Flight controller in the USA and Russia worked together with the crew to fix the hole.
Mhm.
The Soyuz commander, Ser, Ser, Sergei
Prokopov
Sergei Prokofiev used a heat-resistant space tape
Mhm.
and a special glue to plug the hole. These are part of a necessary space repair kit. Repair kit.
Mhm.
A NASA off,
Official.
off, uh, a NASA official said the crew on the ISS are safe after the repair. He said the crew are healthy and safe with weeks of airlift, and the International Space Station re, re,
Reserve.
reserves.
Okay, let me read it. You'll listen.
Okay.
Astronauts plug space station hole with finger. Astronauts and cosmonauts on the International Space Station have fixed a hole in the shell of the International Space Station, ISS. The International Space Station is a large satellite in space that scientists live in to do scientific experiments. The first part of it was put into space in 1998. Last week, NASA alerted astronauts on the ISS that the station was slowly leaking air. Astronaut Alexander Gerst and 5 other astronauts started looking for the leak. Mr. Gerst eventually found it and quickly used a simple and effective way of stopping the leak. He put his finger over the hole. Luckily, the hole was only 2 millimeters wide, so it was not a major emergency, but it did need fixing. The hole was in a docked Russian Soyuz MS-09 spacecraft. NASA said it could have been caused by a small piece of space junk or a small meteorite colliding with the spacecraft. The ISS travels at speeds of around 28,000 km per hour. Even a tiny object hitting it can cause a lot of damage. Flight controllers in the US and Russia worked together with the crew to fix the hole. The Soyuz commander, Sergei Prokofiev, used a heat-resistant space tape and a special glue to plug the hole. These are part of a necessary space repair kit. A NASA official said the crew on the ISS are safe after the repair. He said, the crew are healthy and safe with weeks of air left in the International Space Station reserves. All right, so there we have the article. It's one that perhaps an astronaut would find very exciting and interesting to read about. Maybe not so much for me or you. But what we're looking at is the vocabulary.
Yes.
Let's take a look at the synonym match and look at words 1 through 10. Can you say words 1 through 10?
Fixed, experiment, alert, eventually, need, cost, clothing, tiny, safe, reserve.
Very good. Now, I didn't hear the ED on this word, on
alert.
So this word is going to be alerted.
Alerted, okay.
And this one is colliding.
Colliding. Okay, colliding.
Right. So if I were to tell you what this article is about, I might say main points. There was a collision, something hit the spacecraft. It was something tiny, but the members on the spacecraft are now safe. They did need to make some changes to fix the hole that was there. Now, I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you tell me anything about this article and use some of the vocabulary?
The NASA alerted the astronauts on the space. We say on the space or in the space?
In space. In space.
In space. And they try to find the problem and fix it. And they find that the problem is there is a tiny hole on their spaceship. So they need to use space tape and special glue to plug the hole. And eventually they were safe.
Okay, very good. Now you asked a question about on space or in space. So you want to get it fixed in your mind
Uh-huh.
to know how to use it. But they are in
In
space
space.
because they're up in space. They're not
Outside.
on
Oh,
space.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, let's
Is on an object, and in is in an area, I think.
okay, that would be good. You could be on the table,
Uh-huh.
but you could also be in a car.
In a, okay, okay.
But you could
So,
also, but if you're sitting on the outside of the car, on the hood, you could sit on the hood.
oh, I see.
But if you're inside of the car, you're inside the car sitting on the chair.
Because when the first come through my mind is space is kind of over the earth.
Yes.
So the first word come to me is on, but after thinking, I think maybe in is better to
More
use.
appropriate. In is going to be
More
more appropriate. Yeah.
yeah.
So it's going to be in space.
Mhm.
As we talk about whatever it is that we are going to talk about, let's revisit some of the articles about the big reveal. Okay.
Okay.
Do you remember the one with the box with the different color balloons? The balloons
Yeah.
were in the box.
Yes, in the box.
And when the parents that were doing the reveal,
Uh-huh.
they eventually opened the box. They
Uh-huh.
eventually opened the box, but they couldn't tell whether it was a girl or a boy. I think no one alerted the people at the display or at the gift shop. They were not alerted that this was a big reveal. They just
Uh-huh.
wanted balloons in the box. So
Uh-huh.
they put a lot of tiny balloons in the box.
Uh-huh.
This did cause a lot of confusion because the parents needed to know what the child would be.
Oh.
My goal is to get you to use the words that we've learned from reading today.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
So, am I going to try to use this word to?
To talk about something we were just talking about the big reveal. So
Okay.
you needed to know what the word reveal mean. You needed to know what the word reveal mean. Now you know, and it's
Yeah.
in your mind what the word reveal means as it relates to the big reveal.
Uh-huh. And there are there's the videos shows that the little boy used his sword to clouding the balloon. Can I use that?
Well,
Okay.
the little boy playing with his sword collided with the balloon.
Collided with the balloon.
Yeah,
Okay.
collided means that he hit it. Just
Uh-huh.
as in the space, the collision.
Uh-huh.
It
It count. Uh-huh.
it the some meteorite collided with the spacecraft, which means that it hit the spacecraft, and the little boy hit the balloon that his mother was carrying, or he collided with that balloon that his
Uh-huh.
mother was carrying.
And it caused that uh because that he ruined the surprise of the party of
That
the gender reveals party.
yes, because of the collision,
Uh,
it ruined the big reveal.
ruin.
So the little boy wasn't playing very safe around the balloons when
Uh-huh.
he collided with the balloons.
Okay. So and there's no way to fix this surprise because uh because
No, once the balloons are released or once the cake has been cut,
uh-huh.
you can't go back and find out unless you go to the doctor and ask the doctor
Uh-huh.
which I guess they could do. They could go and ask the doctor what is the gender of the child.
Okay.
So, all right, let's find another short article, keeping these vocabulary words in our mind, and see
Okay.
if we can add more.
Let me picture it, and it's more easy.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, I'm going to find another article, and I'm going to choose breaking.
Breaking news.
No, news and levels is where I want to go.
Okay.
News and levels, that's where I want to go. And let's choose baby elephant. Let's choose lion and tourist.
Lion. So maybe
This
it's
will
in
be a,
Africa.
this will be a level 3. Okay,
Uh-huh.
can you read this article,
Okay.
lion and tourist level 3?
Let me try it.
These ads are going to drive me nuts.
Oh, you can use you use Chrome, right? You can
Yes.
use AD block.
Okay, where do I do that?
Let me send you a link. I use that. Wait a moment.
Okay, I'm going to stop recording while you're sending it. Do you see the lion?
Yes, the lion.
Okay.
The lion and tourist level 3.
All right, can you read this for me? The Tagan
Okay.
Safari Park.
The Tagan Safari Park in Crimea,
Crimea.
Russia released footage of a lion climbing into a bucket with passengers. The big cat cuddled. The big cat cuddled and licked the tourist. The driver of the bucket was a lion whisperer named Oleg Zubkov. Oleg Zubkov, who supervised the encounter. However, this comes just weeks after a different lion mauled a woman in the same park. Mauled a woman. Difficult word. Okay.
The Tagan Safari Park in Crimea, Russia, released footage of a lion climbing into a buggy with passengers. The big cat cuddled and licked the tourist. The driver of the buggy was a lion whisperer named Oleg Zubkov, who supervised the encounter. However, this comes just weeks after a different lion mauled a woman in the same park. Okay.
Oh, so this is a kind lion or cute lion. This is.
Well, this is a kind lion.
Okay.
Now,
maybe it just he or she didn't hungry yet.
maybe so.
Played his food.
Yeah, his plate was full. Now, in this article about the lion and the tourist, there is a lion that just gets onto the buggy. I'm going to go back to our previous article.
Our fixed and experiment alone.
So now we want to try and use the vocabulary words and talk about the article about the lion. So it seems that in Germany, there was a patrol or people going out on a safari. And while they were on safari, a lion made the tourists feel safe enough that he climbed into their buggy. They did not try to escape. There was no need to try and escape because the lion seemed to be very friendly. Eventually, the lion just licked the tourist in the face. And I believe that this lion is on some type of reserves. It's still a little difficult to put the words in, but you can make yourself work at understanding vocabulary words. And when you're in a conversation with people, the words will come a little faster. Okay. So try to tell me about the article using some of these vocabulary words.
I believe buggy is a tiny car, right?
Yes.
So they use a tiny car to see the lions, and there is an event. There how to use there is a zookeeper. What did we just say? The man to settle.
I think they called him the lion whisperer. But
there is a lion whisperer. They can make the passengers safe, tourists safe, feel safe, and all the tourists need to do is stay in the buggy. Eventually, they were alive.
Eventually they arrived back at their destination.
Okay.
Now, without regard to either article, we'll just free talk about something that comes to your mind.
Okay.
I just told you that we did survive the hurricane. The news people had done lots of experiments to know that they could read the hurricane charts and give us good information as to what we would need to do to stay safe. They told people in certain areas that they should not be in their car because a car could easily drift in the water and collide with other cars or trees. So there were many alerts that had gone out to help people determine what was the best way to avoid danger and to stay safe. So my goal is just to be able to talk about anything using some of the vocabulary for today.
Okay. May I ask a question first? How often does hurricane comes to United States?
Well, we have what is called hurricane season.
Hurricane season. Yes.
And it doesn't just come in one particular place. This time we have not had a hurricane in North Carolina maybe in the last 3 years.
But, really?
But we may have a hurricane maybe in New York City. So it just hits different places. It depends upon where the winds are coming from and the direction. Where on the coast where there's water, they have more hurricanes, but they're not necessarily large hurricanes.
The difference in Taiwan is that we usually have to face the hurricane every year, like 3 to 5 per year.
Oh, wow.
And there's a lot of earthquake in Taiwan. So the scientists in Taiwan need to make a lot of experiment, try to fix the problem that nature caused the damage. They need to build the house construction strong to make people safe.
They need to make the house structure safer.
House structure safer to make people feeling safe,
Okay.
and we try to avoid damage and reserve our uh, our how reserve
Well, maybe
our
people go out and get reserves of food and water.
yes but after because I just say the frequency hurricane comes to Taiwan. So here's a funny fact that the convenience store usually open when when a hurricane comes in. So or the KFC or McDonald's. So when it comes to hurricane, it's just on the top of Taiwan. We Taiwanese like to order something in McDonald's or KFC. That I think that's bad, but they did that very often, and we will go to like a convenience store to buy a lot of stuff. So uh, uh, through the news alert people in Taiwan.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't take it like a big deal.
Okay.
Often. Okay.
Because you're accustomed to having them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we tend to go out and get a lot of water, get food, take everything that we think that we might need, so that if we're stuck in the house for a long period of time, we won't get so very, very hungry. Okay. So I'm going to stop the recording.
Okay.
No, stop recording.